Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we would be studying about log for synchronization. So first of all, let's see this example that we saw in some of the previous videos where we had this present function where we increment the number of students and this absent function where we decrement the number of students. So now how will we solve the case of race condition here? So we declare a global variable known as bool log, and we declare it initially as false. And now how will we prevent the race condition? So we will write this code here. While log is equal to true, we run an infinite loop, and then here while entering we declare this as true, and while exiting the critical section we declare it as false. Similarly here also we'll declare the same thing. While log equal true, we run an infinite loop, then we do log is equal to true, and here log is equal to false. Now what we can see here is that if this function gets preempted at just before entering the critical section, that is just before it's entering this point, it gets preempted. So what will happen is that we have log equals to true, so this will see this and will run an infinite loop. So this would come back to this, and then when we release the log, we do it false, it will get here. Similarly for this case as well, that on this process also just before entering the critical section, if it gets preempted, then similarly here also the infinite loop would be run. But there is a possibility that this might preempt here. That is when we've checked if log is not equal to true and log is false. So now what will happen is that we have log false, so this would enter its critical section, the critical section of P2. But now since log is false, since we preempted this here, so it would be starting its execution from this point. So it would be in the critical section of this process as well. So at the same time the process is in critical section, process 1 as well and process 2 as well. So now what is the solution for this? So that is a TSL log. So let's see what a TSL log is. So basically what we do in a TSL log is that TSL stands for test and set log. So we declare this function where while test and set log, and this is like this. It's not exactly like this, but it's basically, it means similar to what this code says. So we have a variable bool old, which is star pointer. So basically it acquires the value of log, and then it does log true and returns only the old value that has been stored. So even if the preemption occurs here, it does not cause the problem as it used to cause earlier. So here what happens, that we are declaring a new variable old and we are returning that in this function. So because of this, the problem that we had with the normal log is not being occurred now, even if it's get preempted in between. So that is it for log for synchronization. Now we'll meet in the next video with a new topic.